This show is brought to you by Safety FM.
Warning, the following broadcast contains adult language, adult content, frank safety discussions, and stories that might sound unbelievable. But believe me, every one of those stories is true. We didn't start the safety war, but we are going to fight to win it. For our families, for our communities, for our workplaces, and for our lives. This podcast brings back some memories for me. We had to go in the way back machine of around 1994, 1995. The internet was in its infancy, and we had people actually doing this. Everybody had a fax machine, and you would receive junk faxes. Some people I know today with long-term numbers attached to fax machines still get junk faxes, believe it or not, where people would actually go put, no, this is like predating memes and things of that nature. They put a fax, a piece of paper in the fax machine with whatever the meme was, whatever the idea was, and they'd send it out. Now you dial, and every day you'd get a new thing, whether it was solicited or not, and it would aggravate people to no end because you're using ink or a thermal paper in your fax machine to get junk mail, basically. But one of the things that came about in this, and I always remember, was the Immutable Laws of Project Management. I was given a copy of these laws. I lost them and could not find them for years on the internet until about 2, maybe 3 years ago. And they're a little bit humorous, they're a little bit serious, but you can't say that they're not true. I shared it with my project management team on the project I'm on, and we got one heck of a laugh out of it because they said, man, this is absolutely true, especially on a government project or a capital project like what we're working on. So the Immutable Laws of Project Management, sometimes they're 13, maybe 14. This one list has 15, and this is how I remember it, the 15. I have no idea who the original author is, but if anyone has an idea, please send me a line, and all these will be on my LinkedIn page, the Jim Posel LinkedIn page. No law, this is law number 1. No major project ever completes on time, within budget, with the same staff that started it, and the project does not do what it is supposed to do. It is highly unlikely that yours will be the first. Law number 2. One advantage of fuzzy project management or objectives is that they let you avoid embarrassment in estimating the corresponding costs. Law number 3. The effort required to correct a project that is off course increases geometrically with time. Law number 4. Everyone else understands the project purpose statement you wrote differently. So if you write a project purpose statement, everyone's going to be understanding it differently. Law number 5. Measurable benefits are real. Intangible benefits are not measurable, thus intangible benefits are not real. And there's a corollary to that. Intangible benefits are real if you can prove that they are real. Law number 6. Anyone who can work effectively on a project part-time does not have enough to do. The greater the project's technical complexity, the less you need a technician to management. There's 2 corollaries to that. Get the best manager you can, the manager will get the technicians, and the reverse of what I just said is almost never true. Law 8. A carelessly planned project will take 3 times longer to complete than expected. A carefully planned project will only take twice as long. Law number 9. When the project is going well, something will go wrong. Law number 10. Project teams detest weekly progress reporting because it so vividly manifests their lack of progress. Law number 11. Projects progress rapidly until they are 90% complete. Then they remain 90% complete forever. Law number 12. If project content is allowed to change freely, the rate of change will exceed the rate of progress. Law number 13. If the user does not believe in the system, a parallel system will be developed. Neither system will work very well. Remember that if you're a safety professional. Law number 14. Benefits achieved are a function of the thoroughness of the post-audit check. So in other words, if you have a good audit that's able to explain what you did, then you have benefits there. job was successful. And number 15, any of the stuff that I just mentioned, none of it is immutable. So that's the 15 laws of project management, the immutable laws of project management. If I find out who it was who wrote this, I'll let you folks know. I thought you got a little giggle. I got a trip down memory lane here. For Safety Wars, this is your safety training old, stale, and hackneyed? Is your safety trainer still preaching a warped version of behavior-based safety? How about safety training that actually addresses your hazards in your workplaces and is not standardized baloney from 25 years ago? Contact the Safety Wars team at safetywars.com or call Jim Posel at 845-269-5772. Remember, if you're receiving this message, you are the solution to unsafe workplaces.
The views and opinions expressed on this podcast are those of the host and its guest and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of the company. Examples of analysis discussed within this podcast are only examples. They should not be utilized in the real world as the only solution available, as they are based only on very limited and dated open source information. Assumptions made within this analysis are not reflective of the position of the company. No part of this podcast may be reproduced, stored in a retrieval system, or transmitted in any form or by any means, mechanical, electronic, recording, or otherwise, without prior written permission of the creator of the podcast, Jay Allen.